Hey everybody, how's it going?
Doing
Oh,
fantastic.
Oh, it's beer
doing all right.
time.
Oh,
Tired.
Aaron had to think about it. He did.
I am tired.
I
Forever
had to
tired.
move some stuff around for the baby things.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fun stuff. Getting our baby room together. It's good stuff. It
cool.
actually really is.
Yeah, it's fun.
well,
Mm-hmm.
welcome to the Couch Co-op Show, everybody. This is the show where we drink a beer every
Woo.
week. We talk about that beer and then
Yay.
we rate that beer. And you can find us on the iTunes, the Spotify, all the places where there's podcasts. I got Jared, Dave, and Aaron
Oh,
with me as always.
hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, everybody.
And
Oh,
today it is my turn. This week
Yes.
we are drinking Miller Lite,
yeah,
Lite.
Miller Lite.
a
I le-
fine a
This is a new
fine
one for me.
pilsner beer. And Aaron somehow has never drank this.
Wow, yeah.
I worked with it for years at Columbia Distributing, and I never thought to try it. So
I
Well,
this
think
is a
I've
new
had it
one
at
for
your
me.
place, Ian.
yes. Let's
Yeah.
pop this
Are we
can.
gonna? Yeah.
All right.
Three,
Yeah. Let's.
two, one.
Uh,
Get on in there.
Ice
Huh,
cold
not too
Miller
bad.
Lite.
Can you tell the difference? Is the question.
Tastes like beer
Oh,
beer. Tastes like a man's beer.
yeah, this top beer. When I see somebody drinking something like this at the
Looks like
tap
it.
who's
Looks
like
like
6
Stella
years
to me.
old,
For those
I could
listeners,
see
I'm
that, but it's a
drinking it
little
out
more
of
gritty.
A Stella glass, just to
Yeah,
It smells just like beer.
it is.
Yeah.
And it's what?
It's-
96 calories
Yeah.
in a tall
So
boy
Yeah.
cans.
I found some interesting stuff about this. It's
Oh, really?
kind of This was actually one of the first light beers. It's actually
is correct.
responsible for what we call the light beer craze. Apart from Coors Light was sold for a short period before World War II and then discontinued.
Huh.
And
Did
then
not
they
know that.
relaunched
Okay.
that in 1978. But this recipe went through like 3 or 4 breweries. And it was developed as a beer for people who were dieting, hence the 95 calories and all the rest of it. And
Ah.
it was first produced in about 1967 by Rheingold Brewery, and then it went through like 2 or 3 more breweries until it ended up at Miller, and then they kind of relaunched it as Miller Lite in, I think, 75 was what they said.
Interesting.
This is
So, and just to give you an idea, I don't think Bud Light was introduced until like 78. Oh, actually 1982.
Wow.
hmm.
And when did Coors Light come back?
1978.
Oh, 78. Okay.
So this kind of like this was 75 in its current Miller Light form. And so it's been around a long time. So this is
I
the
was gonna
kind of,
say, yeah.
you can imagine there's people out there. If this came out in 75, that's almost like 45 years ago. So if people were 20 years old, there's people who are in the 60s now who remember this when it first came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's refreshing.
It's
It's very pleasant to the taste. Yeah.
When you
The
think of
taste buds
beer,
Yeah.
this is what you think of, isn't it?
Yes.
Kind
This
of.
is. I also think it's very clean.
This is my grandpa's
Yeah.
beer.
I've never had a hangover off this. I don't know. It's just a very simple. I like it better than Bud Light and Coors Light.
To be quite honest, I find
It has
this,
more flavor. I'll give
Does
it that.
I
go
feel
on.
it's leaving like a dry taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I get that too.
That's probably the
They gotta
carbonation.
keep drinking it.
I feel like this is a beer though. This is the definition of a beer you could kind of drink all day.
Classic day beer.
Like, yeah, mowing the lawn, mow the lawn and have
Well,
a
I
beer.
mean, it's in
Yeah,
that obviously
clean
like
the
Red
gutters.
Paint
Can,
the boat,
Montucky
yeah.
Cold Snack. It's in that category of all those kind of just poundy beers. But
4.2% alcohol.
see, it's super light.
Oh wow, it's so low.
Well, yeah, it's a light beer.
But to be quite
I
honest,
know, but I didn't think it was that low.
I would
Tastes a little strong in that.
I would take this over a lot of the craft lagers I get. or I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, to be quite honest.
Well, the craft lagers
Yeah.
will be like crazy hoppy because
Yeah,
they don't make
Who
this
knows
kind of
why?
well, you can't compete with quantity, can you?
beer. Well, it's funny. I mean, I drink a lot of light beer because I just like to drink and I don't want to get super drunk. And so, like, going through phases of like Montucky and Red Can and Bud Light and trying all the different ones. This is the one I think I've settled on being like my go-to for this type of beer. Which
And
Yeah,
they sell it in like
you-
18-pack, 16-ounce cans, don't they?
no,
Yeah.
it's like a 12-pack,
12-pack.
or 16-ounce cans. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's usually
Yeah, I
pretty
don't-
cheap. So that's kind of the trade-off. You get the 12-pack tall boys for $14.99, or you get like the 18-pack of Red Can and the 12-ounce cans for $14.99. But I think I've decided I like the flavor of this over Red Can. So
I
And
can see that.
the 96 calories is for a
Yeah.
12-ounce serving.
Yeah,
They're a
it's
little
right.
bit more than that out
A
of the
little
can.
more calories in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, just a bit more.
So-
but,
Not that much.
Yeah, add a third more, so about 32 calories
Yeah,
onto that, and you're about right. So what's that? Like 128 calories a can. That's still
Yeah.
not bad considering.
well,
the
I mean, obviously
12-ounce
you can
gonna
still
be
get like
200.
the 30 case of 12-ounce cans for cheap money.
Yeah.
So like I mean, it's not like this is the
Right.
only way you get this beer, but
yeah, of course.
I just like drinking the
You're
tall
not
boys.
breaking the bank.
I don't know. It
Oh.
doesn't disagree with my stomach in any
Mhm.
way. It's I just kind of
Right.
It's
I could- yeah.
listen. Is it the best thing on earth? No, but I respect it.
It's good.
it's refreshing. It would be like a great beer for like hunting or fishing or generally
Oh,
anything
yeah.
where you don't want to be. Maybe you want
Especially
a
on a
beer
hot
with
day if you're
lunch,
doing those
but you
sorts of
don't want.
things. You don't want the beer to be the only thing you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you
would
don't wanna
also
be
say that
blasted.
I mean its can design, this light, this is kind of iconic, in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean
Mhm.
It's such a nice clean can.
Been around for a while.
but just the word light and the way it's how it's
Yes.
spelled, and you see light
I
in
wonder
like,
why
the
they.
neon. It's just it's interesting.
Yeah, you actually have to like turn the can a little bit to see the Miller brand name. It's like
Mhm.
the focus is on the light, Lite. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's because
So
everybody.
that's interesting that
That's
they
iconic.
kind of put the Miller aside.
I don't know.
No,
I mean,
this
it's not really like a beer that you can really. I don't, has it ever won any awards? I haven't really checked anything. I mean, it's been around forever, obviously. I don't know. Does it have any other heritage?
No, not real. I mean, it might have won a few things, but I don't think so, to be quite honest.
Is it
I don't
brewed
think
here, or
so.
is it brewed all back east?
I think it's this one.
Hey.
This is one of those ones that's brewed all over the country because
All
it's
over.
Molson Coors, isn't it? That
Yeah.
own Miller now. So,
Yeah.
and even if they don't, Miller's big enough. What does this can say? Oh wow.
So it's interesting that I was talking about Light not having the Miller thing. So from pre 1974 all the way to like 92, they didn't have Miller on the front, and then from like 92 all the way through 2012 they had Miller on the front, and then they switched it back to their more slightly original can in 2014
I wonder if that's
without
because
Miller on the front. So
because
it's interesting
Miller's
how they did
owned
that.
by. When did Miller get picked up?
By Coors Molson?
Yeah.
That was
That had to have been like early 2000s.
So then when does
Yeah.
it?
That's
When does
about
that
right.
Miller?
Yeah.
That's
when does-
probably when it went sideways.
Sideways. That's
in
what I'm saying. Like
2001.
Miller was.
But 2020 was Molson. Well, Molson got Miller Coors in 2016 and kind of
Mhm.
finished devouring it by about 2020.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
It was a process. I remember that.
Yeah.
yeah, but I definitely enjoy this beer.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Just a beer,
It's
man. It's just
nice
it's your
and
dad's beer.
light.
It's
It's my grandpa's beer.
It's your grandpa's beer.
it's kind of like McDonald's.
He didn't drink much, but
when
when he
you
did,
don't matter which country you're in the world, if you want, sometimes you just want to know what you're getting, and it's kind of like it's a beer. It's cold. It's wet. It's refreshing. It ain't.
Oh yeah,
it
no, this
doesn't.
is something.
It tastes good, and you know.
This is one of those beers I started
If I was
drinking because
going,
of Ryan, because he drinks it all the
Okay.
right,
time for his light beer.
if I was
Because
going fishing, I'd definitely have that for
yeah,
sure. Or doing yard work all day long. Yeah,
right.
that's something I'd go
It's
for.
golf, you know, anything where you're like,
Hmm.
maybe I just want or a round of golf even, but anything where you
Yeah.
want to have a
Oh,
beer or two while,
Or
you know,
frisbee golf.
If I was to wear a
yeah.
helmet with beer on
Actually,
it,
yes. Actually, that's a
it
good
would be
one.
Miller Lite.
sure, if I had one of those helmets with the
Oh
two
no,
beer
seriously.
cans,
The foam
two
dome.
lights, that would complete the look, wouldn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
No, it's definitely a active person's beverage of choice for this beer
quite
because
fizzy
we
actually.
can keep going all. Well, I mean, like you can go a long day and have this as if you wanted to. Because every time I ever went to the golf, when I ever went golfing or disc golf, we'd always pack light beers. You don't pack super strong beer because you're not going to do anything on a 12% beer. This is perfect for going around all day, and
Miller Lite,
sometimes you are
the official
hiking.
beer of disc golf.
Well,
There
it's,
is a
Well,
time for like a
light beer.
4.2 or a
Let's say that.
4% beer. There is definitely. I feel like there
oh, 100%.
it's a good thing. Yeah.
Well, it's like, I keep bringing, like, I brought up Red Can, I brought up Montucky Cold Snack. I love the name and the idea, but, like, there's a aftertaste flavor of that beer that I don't really care for.
Got
And I,
kind
and
of
I
Right.
think Red Can
creamy
kind of,
taste, yeah.
and I think Red Can kind of has it too a little bit. And this one, I just find it's just very crisp. Very crisp, I should say that. It's great, super cold, and it's very crisp. And
Yeah.
I just find it's a bit clean, and the taste is just a
Big
beer
Right.
taste, but it
mouthfeel, yeah.
doesn't outstay its welcome. There's no aftertaste, in my opinion. And so I don't know. I just it's been kind of the one I kind of go to when I just want a light beer instead of going to Red Can. I've kind of passed on that.
Right.
Montucky I've passed on. So, and
Right.
I don't need the beerier beers like Rainier or PBR. I don't need. I'm cool with drinking a light beer, and I guess that's my status. That's my place in life right now. I just buy some.
Well, you don't
I
need
always
to.
used to make fun of those people too. Like, oh man,
No, I know
who
what
drinks light beer? But it's like, I'd just rather not get super fat.
Right.
Yeah, if you drink often, yeah, I mean light beers make a little more sense. But like I don't drink a ton, so like I'm not fishing for like calorie savers or anything like that.
you
Yeah,
know,
but
I
like
also
even
Right.
I just like
if I
out hanging out outside, and it's just
Yeah.
if I've
easier.
been mowing the lawn or something and I'm all
Yeah.
sweaty, I don't often
Yeah.
want like a heavy 7%,
Yeah.
8% beer. I'm looking for something that's like
It's
more
light, and you can do it all
rehydration
day.
with a
Yeah.
little bit of alcohol than
Right.
And I don't think a lot
so
of current breweries think about that, except Hot Valley obviously thought about it, and they made
yeah.
Red
Hmm.
Can. But I don't think a lot of beer breweries, they just want to get you fucked up, and it's like an arms race
Right.
in the alcohol content. And
Well,
it's like,
it seems
you,
to have gone that way anyway because I've been here for like probably more than 15 years now, almost 20 years. And when I first got here, most of the beers in the store were like 4 to 6%, whereas now it's like most IPAs
Minimum
or
is
beers are
6%.
like in the 6 to 7, if not 6 to 8.
Yeah.
You know, it was very rare
Right.
that you got a beer that was over about 7, 7.5. But now that's
Right.
kind of par for the course.
That's true.
But
It's insane.
sometimes
so
you
you can
just
have
need something easy drinking. You want to
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
sit on your
Break the
porch and whittle your wood all day long and not get fucked up.
tell kids to get off your yard.
or you've got stuff to do for the rest of the day, so you don't want to be a total slug.
Right.
Yeah. No
Right.
doubt.
Yeah.
There's a time and place for the super strong beer, but there's also time and place for the light beer, and
The light
sometimes it's
beers
nicer to have cheap
daytime,
beer.
the heavy beers are nighttime, just relaxing.
Yeah, but even then, I feel
At
like when
night
we're
time, meaning
like
go to
if you're
sleep
playing
time.
Yeah.
some hardcore Rocket League with Dave, it's better to drink a few of these at night than to just
Yeah.
down a fucking hop venom and just be like blitzed out of your mind and be like, "Oh."
Yeah,
I
and then you
agree.
wake up the next morning, you're like, oh man, what did I
This
do?
is just like it doesn't really affect me.
Now, if Dave
Yeah.
would have thought of that back when we were playing Destiny together, drunk Dave Destiny was a tough one.
But
Oh yeah. I might have been a little blitzed a couple of times.
Right.
Back in the day.
I think everyone else was, apart from you, Dread.
Yeah,
Not all the
probably,
time,
probably.
but you know.
I don't even know what game to pick. Oh, we have to rate the game. We have to rate this beer first.
Right. All right.
I'm just gonna give it a thumbs up. I like it. You guys don't have to like it, but I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Lagers,
yeah.
lagers are hard. It's like
Yeah.
a dime a dozen kind of a thing. So it's like I can grab
A
any
dime a
lager.
dozen, like IPAs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
pretty
all
much.
beers.
Most beers really
Like-
dime a dozen. Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel that a lot of the lagers we've had are very similar to this, but it's on the high end of
Yeah.
the it's
it's-
not.
I
Yeah.
agree with you,
It's not a
Jared.
thumbs up, but it's right next to a thumbs
not a
up.
great
So
beer.
I'm going with
On the bell
sideways.
curve of lagers,
Well, I
it's
will buy
towards
this.
the top.
It's like I
But
went.
at
I
the
think I
same
went
token-
this way with Montucky. Like you guys are kind of surprised by that, but like I think it would be interesting for us to like taste test our genre of beer because I could totally taste test the lager and probably get them right, knowing which ones are which. And I
Mhm.
imagine it'd be the same like for other beers.
Yeah, the brown paper
So
bag
I've
test.
I've never had more than one lager in the house.
Oh,
Like-
my preferred.
Like
Dude,
drinking
I've
a lager followed by another lager of a different brand. I've never really done that. So it's really kind of hard to judge. Like I mean, this is a pilsner. It says
Yeah,
a fine
but
pilsner.
a pilsner is a
but it's-
lager. It's just a hoppy
yeah,
lager.
yeah, of course. But
No,
I don't know. It's just
I know what you mean. I've never had more than I've had 2 or 3 IPAs
Yeah.
in the fridge, but
Yeah, I've never had a
like,
variety of lagers in
I've
the
never had
fridge.
Red Can.
I always
Miller
have
Lite,
lager in
the
Coors
house.
Light,
Yeah,
like 3 or 4 of them.
Right.
I'm
But see-
drinking a lager and it tastes like a lager.
I like
Yeah.
the act of drinking. So like I'm addicted to that more so even than drinking beer. But because I like drinking beer, I want to always be drinking. So
Yeah.
drinking a beverage, soda fucks me up. Water has no taste, so it's boring. So beer is I like beer, so I drink. But having a light beer and then a lager is kind of like my go-to. That's why I like Stella. I like all these lighter beers. I
Yeah.
prefer because it's like drinking flavored water, basically. That's light.
Yeah,
It's not going to
but
get me
even-
totally fucked up.
Yeah.
Even then, thinking back to some of the lagers I've given thumbs up, they have like a more like a I don't know, full mouth like creamy flavor. They're a little more rich. I mean, I think this is the first light one. Well, no, Red Can's kind of light,
Red
but
Can
it's
and
not
Montucky are
labeled
both
as a
light.
light beer.
No,
But
but
they're
it is
not
a light
labeled
beer.
as
Yeah.
light beers.
Right,
Right, but
light.
it is.
But yeah, I'd like I don't know. It's
I think it's
hard,
not. It
but-
doesn't call itself light, but it does say
Yeah, so
light on the
that was
side,
what
isn't it?
three sideways thumbs and a thumbs up, right?
it's 2.5.
We had 2.5 stars for Miller Lite, which is still really good. I mean, it's
Wait, but I think
all of us
know what's
were on
funny?
like the upper end of a thumbs up. But
Well, I want to see what Montucky got. Because I think this beer is vastly superior to Montucky.
this will give you a chance to think about game that you're going to pick with Miller Lite.
Right. I just want to see what Montucky's.
Yeah, this
Did he
will
already say
delay
Rocket
a little
League?
bit.
Yeah.
What was Montucky? Didn't we already? Oh, Montucky got a
We
3
did.
rating. So Montucky got a higher score from you guys.
Eh,
And I think
Yeah.
it's not as good a beer. Anyway,
A little more rich.
it's the same.
Right.
I think it's less alcohol in that beer. I think that was like at 4. That was like
Yeah.
surprisingly low.
Yeah, it wasn't very
think so.
strong considering.
Anyway, Miller Lite.
So you did pick Rocket League? I thought you were just mentioning it. That's
No, I'm
how-
not picking Rocket League. I think we already
Yeah, I
picked
didn't think
Rocket
so.
League. I think Rocket League's already been
Mhm.
picked.
Probably.
we did.
Yeah.
What seems like a Miller Lite game?
Redneck Rampage.
Jesus.
Saints Row the Third.
Oh, God. Rampage World
Yeah.
Big Buck Hunter?
Yeah.
Bass
The
fishing.
fishing game, Black Bass, Super Black Bass.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we gotta we gotta go for the
NASCAR,
people.
Any NASCAR game?
See, I haven't played any of those
A racing
games.
game.
I haven't played
Yeah.
a racing game, but I'm not gonna pick because like NASCAR would be that game, but I've never played NASCAR. You know what's funny is we never think about we always ask this question every
I know.
episode. We ask this question, and none of us ever think about it. Like, oh, it's my beer. I should have thought about a game.
Right. I've thought about it for a little bit every now and then. I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out when it comes.
I don't fucking. What I mean, I love. Shit. I don't know. Fucking. It's like it sounds like. Have we already done Call of Duty?
No,
We should probably just say
I
Call
don't
of
think
Duty.
any of us have.
We should just
If
say.
we
Yeah, might as
There's
well.
plenty of Call of Duty.
I'm gonna
Grand
go-
Theft Auto 3, you know, it's
Grand
just
Theft-
like
Grand
Theft
Theft
Auto.
Auto.
that's like an everyday game for a lot of people, but not me.
Nah, I
Grand
think
Theft
Grand
Auto.
Theft Auto needs something a bit more hardcore than Miller Lite. You know,
Uh,
Miller Lite's
Right.
relaxing beer. Like you need some, like Grand Theft Auto, you need something that's punching you in the face. It's more of a whiskey and
Right.
coke game than a than a
I
4.2 beer
I
game.
think Call of
Who
Duty.
didn't play that game with cheat codes just fucking shit up, you know?
Grand Theft Auto. I beat
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, and
Yeah.
I've
I
never
beat all
beat
of
a Grand Theft Auto. I've just
I
like dicked
screw
around
around
for
in
a
that
while.
game. I
and
never beat
I
it.
I
beat
beat
them
4
all.
and 5 without cheats. And
Grand
number
Theft
3,
Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto 4, Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas 4
remember
and
if I
5.
beat
I've all
Vice
beat
City,
without
but-
any cheat codes.
I remember Grand Theft Auto 3 putting the cheat codes in. You know, after a while, it was just like, okay, let's just sit here and see how long we can survive.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
and how-
the only way I've ever played it. Like, you know, that's
It's
it.
a lot of fun, but
That seems like a good beer binging mode.
Okay, I'm gonna just
Right.
choose the original Max Payne. Because when you're
Okay.
chasing your drugs, you don't want, you just need a light beer. You just want to wash it down. Not with water. You don't want to take your pills with water. You want to take it with a nice light beer. I don't know
Right.
why. I'm looking at games. It's like, I don't know, Max Payne. Who talks about Max
Okay.
Payne anymore? Nobody. So I'm gonna recommend that be the beer and the game,
nice.
Max Payne, which is a great game actually.
Anyway, this is a good beer.
Yeah.
Like I know the
Yeah,
rating
good.
may not respect
Well,
it, but
Sideways says it's a good thing. Like even a game review of like
What it
seven,
says is, if
seven
I have it in
like,
my
good.
house, they'll drink it, but they're
Yeah.
never gonna go
Yes.
buy it. They're
Yeah, I'm
gonna
not.
go
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna go out of my way
Yeah.
to buy Miller Lite.
Aaron
Mhm.
might buy Miller Lite. He might go disc golfing and grab some Miller Lite.
I might buy it instead of Keystone
Pub
Light
beer.
when I'm hunting.
Pub beer is like, I don't know. Pub
Pub
beer's
beer's a little
I kind of fell
little
out of. I kind
alcoholic.
of fell out of pub beer. I feel like it's heavy.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's 5%.
I'm kind of
little
regretting the
heavier.
fact that it's like a 4 thumbs up beer. Our first episode. I'm
Oh
like, starting to-
man.
the more we go through this, it's like, oh man, we kind of were too sweet on that beer. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's all good. All right, Jared, what are we drinking next week?
So I found it at New Seasons. I think you can only really get it there. The can looks like it says Boat Swain, but the can actually says you pronounce it Bosun.
From the makers
it's
of
the
Simple,
heavy lift vessel HLV ale.
from the
Oh.
makers of Simple Times.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's,
So-
it's Trader Joe's home brand, I believe.
There's
Oh,
yours.
Trader Joe's. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So Trader
Yes.
Joe's, one of their main things, Bosun. So
Do
yeah,
different
that's-
breweries
yeah.
brew their beer, or do they have
I
a
have
brewery?
no
I think they
idea.
own a brewery like called Joseph Brow or something down in like California.
Yeah.
They started their own to make their own brand stuff.
Okay, because I
Um,
guess like they make Simpler Times
yeah.
and all that other.
And I have a follow up actually from a beer we had a couple of weeks ago, that Left Hand Brewing Milk Stout. So I found that at my local bottle shop, and it was in cans, and I didn't
Right.
enjoy it as much from the can as I did from the bottle. And I think it was
Interesting.
because when you pop that can and then tip it up,
Yeah.
it you can hear like a lot of the nitrous almost like escaping, and it's like I had 2 cans of it, and I didn't feel like I was quick enough to get.
Oh, geez.
So it was
Oh, but
almost
it did
Okay.
still have
on
it
the-
still had the nitrous pour.
yeah, it was still the nitrous pour,
Okay.
but it was almost like too soft, if you know what I mean. It didn't even taste like it had even much of the nitrous in it.
That reminds
So-
me of that Budweiser.
Yeah.
I liked. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there because it's like
A
I went back
follow-up, if you will.
I went back and had one of the beers that we've had previously because I enjoyed it a lot.
Cool.
But not so much in the can.
No, definitely as a bottle beer if you can get it in bottles.
All right, next way, Boatswan?
Yep.
Bosun?
Bosun?
I don't know. You
Okay.
be the judge. It looks
Yeah.
like boatswain. The can says
Uh-huh.
bosun.
HLV, what does that mean?
Heavy lift vessel
Oh,
is
heavy lift vessel.
right under the can.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that's a
So
7%,
whatever the hell that
huh?
means. 7%. Yeah. So is this beer
Yeah.
that's brewed in Wisconsin?
And it's just
right,
an ale?
Miller
It just says
Brewing.
ale? It's not like a pale
Yeah.
ale or
Ale.
just
It's
ale?
just a dark heavy
Just
ale.
an
I've had
ale.
it before.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it fits in our scale.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for listening. I want to, remind you that you can find us on all the podcasting platforms. I want to remind you to check us out on Twitter. You can say, hey, you guys should try this beer. And you could do that over at couch_hop on Twitter. You can also just go directly to anchor.fm/thecouchcohop show. You can leave us a voice message. You could tell us in person what beer you want us to drink. Or just say, hey, guys, you guys were totally wrong about... What beer were we incredibly wrong about?
Yeah. Either way, it'd be cool to hear your voice. Let's bring it.
Right.
Let's
I
go.
forgot. I always think, you could chew me out for my whole like overly drunk Lost Coast IPA episode. It's like you guys were Ian, you were way too harsh on that beer. Those ladies are working really hard to make a good beer, and you just shit all over that. Yeah. Anyway, again, I'm apologizing for that whole episode. Anyway,
Do we need to do a redo?
no, I don't want to redo it because I actually don't really like that beer, but I was a little aggressive.
Okay.
I gotcha.
All right, let's get out of here. I want to thank Jared, Dave, and Aaron for joining me here on the couch
Always.
Yeah.
for Couch Co-op shows.
Yep.
What do we say? Remind you to
Beer,
please
beer responsible.
beer responsible. Seriously, yeah.
Be excellent to each other.
Yep.
And hey, we did it again.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, a couple episodes. So, Ian, you were